niliambia Olivia alafu akasema hivi. Nasikia kulia. Kwa amenikunywa. Wacha tu.
I feel like I don't know what to expect.
Mshtuko wa roho kila siku.
Yeah, like I'm just like breathe in, out.
Yeah. You got this.
You have to pace yourself. Okay, Adelaide, you can do this.
You can do this.
Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Yay. It's so good to see you again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We hope that the episodes that you guys are watching is now enlightened, the way us guys are being enlightened.
Yeah.
And yeah, make sure you may subscribe, notification bell is on, like, share, comment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so today, we're going to be talking about adulting. So first of all, we're imagining that you're above 18 years, right? Yeah, lakini unajua uko 16, 17, you should know that this is where you're coming to. Adulting is calling your name. So how has adulting been for you? You are already tired.
So I'd say for me, adulting has been bittersweet. As in, that's the name tag I'll give it.
Okay. Yes, our sister Maggie.
At first, adulting for me was sweet. Now it's just confusing.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the good life,
the club.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So when you say that it was sweet,
and for you,
for me, I feel like I don't know what to expect.
Mshtuko wa roho kila siku.
Yeah, like I'm just like breathe in, out.
Yeah. You got this.
You have to pace yourself. Okay, Adelaide, you can do this.
You can do this.
That's how adulting has been for me. But kumekuwa na good sides na kumekuwa na bad sides.
Yeah.
So mimi nataka kusikia good sides zako, Tiff.
That I can do whatever it is that I want to do. Really.
Okay. Like, freedom.
Yeah, freedom. Freedom is sweet. Like
freedom for what?
Freedom to do whatever it is that I want to do. Like I can just wake up and go
wherever you want to
go. And just go there.
Come back whatever time you want to come back.
Yes, as of now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like that bit. Of it. Like there's no much reporting as you would say,
or seeking
you are
permission.
12, 11. You get? 12, 11 unaenda kwa duka, lazima explain. Nimeenda kununua credit. You understand? Yeah. And then when you say that, there's an expectation, 10 minutes, after 10 minutes,
back.
You understand?
5 minutes, you'd
be back.
Yeah.
It reminds me when we were young, Maggie used to be sent to the shop.
Lazima bring up that.
Kai.
Number 1 minute na zinahesabiwa ya ukweli.
Akirudi 3 minutes later.
Where were you?
I have to explain.
I remember you mentioned.
And you can't say umpata line kwa shop. You can't say mtu wa shop alikuwa slow. Nothing.
Mama ya Maggie alikuanga askari.
Kuna siku tulikuanga mimi wewe na Mark.
Kazi sawa.
Maggie
alikuwa commander in chief.
6 ilikuwa inafaa nipate kwa hao. Tulifika 6:05. Acha kwambie tulipangwa hapo mbele ya sasa mamangu amekaa kwa couch. Tumefika 6:05. Tulipangwa hapo mbele, mimi spend another friend of ours anaitwa Mark. Tukapangwa hapo mbele, we had to explain mumetoka wapi. Sasa ni saa ngapi?
And then she was not even asking Maggie the questions. She was asking me.
Yeye na Mark. Mark akato hivi.
And then she's like, unajua naweza stopisha hii friendship yenu. Alafu tuko.
Mnataka ni stopisha hii friendship, nikajaribu kuingia niongee cause na urumia my friends.
Akaambia enda oshe bafu.
Niliambiwa shut up, I'm not talking to you. In fact, enda uko oshe hiyo bafu, nataka ikue speak and span. Speak and span tulikuwa tunatumia kwa composition. I was shocked.
So how was life for you at that, like what?
Alikuwa jeshi.
Una cope to, you know, if
so how are you coping?
If you've grown up like that, it's not a big deal.
Let me
tell you how Maggie
was coping. Magial kwa mjanja.
You know my mom will be watching this.
Magial kwa mjanja. Kama mama okay, mom, naweza enda nini maybe for 2 hours. She will utilize
those 2 hours.
Well, by the time those 2 hours mission imefika home, I'm satisfied.
Atenda church, atenda commerce, sijui atenda wapi. Anga kusaliwa tu ameshes. Akioshe.
Sasa kina Speo anaishi Jacaranda, mimi naishi commerce sector 1.
Mguu
hadi Jacaranda. No,
somehow iko ile.
It just worked for us. Alafu Speo ananirudisha tena mguu. Alafu tunachanga 10 bob, arudi sasa nayo home na mat.
So yeah, I think mimi nakuelewa when you're talking about freedom.
Yeah, me too na kuget. Yeah.
Wewe unaniget.
Me for me I can't say well nikiwa mdogo kulikuwa na hiyo kukaziwa sana, but now for me it was not from my parents, it was from my older siblings.
Oh, I remember. Let me sasa nitakueleza restaurant. So tulikuwa tumemaliza tu class 8. Speo had a crush. Okay, so let me tell you, her sister was so strict. Speo, as long as the sister is around, hata Speo kurusha hivi macho angalia mbaba. Okay, si mbaba, angalia uchali hivi, hawezi. It is a sin, it is a crime punishable by death probably. Speo alikuwa anapita mtu ka strange, aki nilikuwa nahurumia uchali.
Ngoja kwanza. Alikuwa ameni
wacha tu Speo, kama Speo na huyo mchali wamesimama hivi pamoja, Speo anuse tu sister yake anatoka huko, this person becomes a stranger.
I never met you.
Confused, he doesn't know what is happening. All of a sudden Speo hamjui.
That's true. And sasa now that I'm growing up and becoming an adult, ndo sasa sistangu pia anaanza sasa kurealize bethe Speo si mtoto.
But your freedom bandwidth came earlier for you.
Really?
I feel like for Spencer it came earlier because by the time sisi tuna hustle na umefika wapi umetoka wapi, Spencer was getting home at what time.
Yes.
No, I think for me it was because
they knew where you were.
Yes, okay. And then unakumbuka tulikuwa na the shop. So most of the times ningetoka kwa shop na sister.
But even if unakumbuka kuna time nilikuwa na kalisha shop ya kina tata, my mom didn't care. 6 you're still in the house.
Same like for you.
I go to school, my mom didn't care. 6 uko kwa nyumba.
But again, I don't think it came that easy. I think
not easy earlier.
And I'm saying
force issues.
But
you took it by force.
Insist. Yes, I took it by force because ningefika home saa zingine mami anilete juu kama si mami my sister, but I used to tell them mimi niko hapa. So most of the times they used to know where I'm at. Kama sijatoka, kama si church ni practice ama niko na you guys, so hawako wanajam sana.
I think you had it easier because you had other siblings when you all come before you.
Yes,
because unaona you had the freedom of telling them niko hapa na niko hapa. Mimi niseme it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But and then hata unanikumbusha now my sister had it rougher.
Yes.
Now
my sister is having it easier. I'm jealous.
Exactly.
Jealous.
Like Travis. You know I don't believe it. I'm serious, guys.
The same people
I do not believe it.
Ugh.
Like Travis the things that is called mistakes that I was crucified on a Jerusalem. Left for death. Travis, it passes by. Yani, it's not even a problem. You understand? It's not even a topic of discussion. And I'm like, is it me? But I'm happy for him, actually. It pains because it stings because then why did I? You understand? So why was it an issue with me and it's not an issue? But then I love it for him because at least him now, he can be able to discover himself easier.
Yeah.
My sister, she can talk back to my mom.
Where?
She can speak her mind. She can say, I want this, I don't want that.
No, that's not my brother. My brother can't speak his mind.
And my mom will even joke about it. Unajua niliambia Olivia alafu akasema hivi. If it was me, ningekuwa na wako tu pamoja na vikombe zimevujika.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
So I
gosh,
think
I
to some
feel you.
extent it
Umepitia.
hurts.
I've been
To
it
some
does
extent it
it
hurts.
does it does
Painfully.
it does
Kabisa. So for you, kuna kitu ingine nimekumbuka. I don't know if you'll allow iko hapa or not. You also had it easier because kuna times ungefika home ukishingi the first place in Syokimau, I guess. Ungefika home kulikuanga na small round thing hapo nje. Ungeketi hapo. And no one will bother you. As long as wanaona umeketi hapo, no one will bother you. Alafu kuna de mamako alinitaka akaniambia Magi kuja. Akaniuliza Speo anakuanga na boyfriend.
Akioye mamush.
Nikasema nikamuuliza kwa nini mam? Unajua akikuja aingiangi kwa nyumba na katingi pale.
Kuongea.
Yake kama 1 hour.
That really sounds like my mom.
And then I'm sure you are always on your phone. So she thought maybe ulikuwa unafika unaongea na boyfriend kwanza mnamaliza alafu ndo sasa unaingia kwa hao. I don't remember what I
think
told her.
that's very interesting because hiyo time hata there was no one in my nilikuwa tunafika hapo hiyo place it was a roundabout that had maji. So mko alikuwa na maji.
Yeah.
So nilikuwa nakanga hapo na feel tu ni kama niko
peace.
Mombasa. And I would just sit.
Is it that
do
you were
nothing.
stressed or
Most likely I was because I think that was 2018 2019 nakumbuka story ya shule ilikuwa inanisumbua akili. My friends were almost graduating.
2019 was a rough
for
one.
all
I
of
know
us.
for all of us.
Was a
All of us.
rough-
Yeah.
So hey,
hata sitakangi kukumbuka.
So 2018 19 so nimekaa tu hapo na unafikiria tu unawaza ukisikia hizo
Nakwambia
maji.
siku-
Sprigs of living water.
2018 2019 we were looking at whose trench is deeper.
I know.
Yeah, oh, because the trenches.
It was bad.
What trenches?
Hey.
Where?
bad.
Yo.
So number one, Tiako, you've said adulting has brought freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For you, Maggie, what has adulting brought?
For me
Apart from freedom, since you may relate na story as you come.
at first it was sweet because I don't know, I think bado tu ni freedom because I'd meet you people often, you know, hata kama naenda shule just kupanda mat peke yako. Hakuna mtu amepanda mat na
Na
wewe.
wewe.
Ufike hata kama utatembea tao, you are just alone, like you're figuring out these things alone. And then pia the kuingia sasa kole interacting just with other people and no one is on your neck all the time,
all the
you know?
time, yeah.
Huo ni nani mnaongea nini hapana wachana nao na you get I liked that a lot.
And you know, the other day I was thinking, I was watching a video of ours that we've done. I think it's been mentioned in a couple of videos. You know, I was thinking, I have never been in a situation where I was being told don't hang out with X and X because they're bad company.
Okay.
Never.
Me, I have been in a situation where I was told Speo is the bad
Yeah, because
company.
I remember you guys were talking about it. I was like,
Me.
never.
Maybe me, I don't think I've ever, but I know my sister's always, when I was younger, she'd be like, be very cautious, make sure your friends, make sure you have the right kind of friends. So kwa ananiambia usi hang out na
Na X
nani,
and X.
alikuwa tu ananiambia just be careful. But Magi alikuwa ananiambia Magi ule msichana
Haikuwa
si
mama
mzuri.
yangu. Ilikuanga, you remember that kamadhe we used to be in our house? It was that kamadhe who was now feeding my mom.
That kamadhe.
I remember.
That
Remember. Usilie.
Breathe in. Out. Now you know the psychologist in the group.
Niendele. So you're interacting in school and then now after now experiencing Kings, the fact that ningekuja Kings, as in hiyo period, hizo hours niko nazo to be out of the house, getting the chance to do all these things was just nice for me. And my best part was Kings. Now where the confusion came in was I think in 2018 bado. Because this was 2017 and I was having it nice, nini, I had just fallen in love, blah, blah, blah. Then 2018 things just started becoming, I don't know, weird and hard. And having to be there for our friend. Alafu unajua when we were there for our friend, mi sikuwa naenda shule. Because the times I have to be in school, niko home na ye ama tuko hosi or wherever ako. so having to go tena na catch up na assignments, you know, na sasa si tulikuwa tunaritiwa na assignments, hatukuwa na tests.
That was 2019, babe.
That was 2019. Okay, then having to go catch up with the
was heavy.
having to go catch up with the assignments. And then your time, I remember for some time my mom was so broke. So sikuwa nalipiwa school fees. Nilikuwa nalipanga what's funny? So period my mom was also so broke. So unapata alafu the person I'm always with nilikuwa na spend a lot of time in school na Shiki. Ye alikuwa nalipiwa all the 4 months fully. So akikam, so our school, kama ujalipo, you're being logged out and you need that machine to work. You cannot do any other thing apart from that machine. Mi nikuwa nakujanga na 1k every week. 1k every week.
Yeah.
So your 1k unailipa Monday, by Thursday your account is locked again. So if malizi wiki. And then this guy, he's here.
4 months paid.
4 months paid. Sometimes he's joking. As in me, kitu ilikuwa inani stress. So ilifika point, actually hata nikapose shule. Nilienda tu home, nikamwambia mamangu sitaenda shule. You just have your time. If you have to save, do whatever. Save. Because kuna time nilikuwa naandika, alafu account yako ikiwa locked, next time ukikam, si imelokiwa Thursday. Nikam Monday na hiyo 1k niende kwa bank, nilipe, nirudi shule na receipt. Hata kama umeshalipa, unaandika apology letter as to why ulichelewa kulipa.
Oh my God,
so you can imagine I used to do that. It is humiliating. I used to do that every week. Week. Hadi secretary ashakujua, mwalimu admin hata ashashika jina zako zote. It was so bad. So time,
you're writing it new every time?
New every
you
time.
You can't copy and paste?
New every time.
What are you telling
and then you have,
you?
I don't know if this guy had a file of your apology letters. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone has a file.
Every week. It was humiliating. And then hiyo period unatumia kuandika apology letter na kupeleka, una waste pia time ungekuwa class. So pia kuna class every Monday lazima uchelewe. It was so bad. So one time nilikuwa kwa room, we had a room ilikuwa inaitwa think tank. Naandika barua. Mwalimu mwingine akifesto na kupenda akakam. He was a really nice teacher. Akaniuliza, so nilikuwa naandika apology letter. Na apology letter is being soaked with my tears. Lakini bado naandika. So akakuja akanipata. Akaniuliza ni nini. Nikajaribu, unajaribu kuongea unakatwa na sauti hivyo. I never even explained to him. Usha remember it's okay. Just write your letter and take it. But nilipelekea letter kama imesoak in tears. I don't even think it was read or anything. It was so bad. So after that, nikaenda home nikaambia, Mom, you know what? Sitenda shule mwaka yote. Take your time, do whatever you want to do. I'll go back next year. By the time narudi next year, the people I was with washamaliza. So wale watu walikuwa nyuma yangu, the people who are looking up to you, ndo sasa uko nao hapo. Alafu pia nilichelewa kiasi, so siradanishi kitu. So niko na mwalimu but I'm surviving on tutorials, you get, and other people wanionyeshe nini. But eventually the teachers were supportive, so I used to take extra time with my teacher. Alikuwa anaitwa Wallace. He was very sweet. Sorry, mwisho nikamaliza. But that was very stressful for me.
You.
I think that is where the confusion in life started. Because you see, I was navigating that. And then being there for our friend.
Then you have a relationship on top of that. Like your life is
I
going
know.
on.
Alafu bado lazima ufike home 6. Unakumbuka? You're not time. So that's the time sasa ilifika. Whether nifike home 6 or not, sikuwa najali.
Yeah, because you know I'm trying to remember. Magi angesema niko kwa matatu. Na nifanye.
Sasa utadu. Nishachelewa. Unasema tu kweli. So my mom would be like, "Uko wapi wewe?
Niko kwa line.
Ngapi?" Niko kwa line.
Inasonga.
Haiendi.
Sasa utadu. Hapo ndo stress ilikuwa imenifikisha.
I think that honesty with your mother helped.
Yeah, it helped.
You telling her niko hapa sasa, unajua sasa si hakuna tunaweza fanya. Siwezi peperuka nipike huko.
It helped because after some time sasa alianza
kuna time
kulegea kiasi.
Mama alimulia. Anafika the same time na hyena.
Oh my God.
So, alikuwa na hyena. But it was true. Ilikuwa nafika ngapi?
The same time unapita.
Oh my God.
Nilimaliza hiyo.
lakini Mungu alikuwa ananiweka juu nilikuwa nashuka mat spare from stage mali nimeshuka mat to the house.
Unasikia tu akicheka.
Nasikia aina zikicheka. So pia mimi nakimbia because nasikia kicheka. And I risked.
I think for me, one thing that adulting is, I'm not sure if this is a good or a bad thing, but you have to fight for yourself.
Oh.
And I don't mean that you stand up for yourself at someone is, I don't mean in terms of conflict. You have to dream. Ask yourself if this dream is making sense, if this dream is realistic, and then find a way to achieve your dream, you know.
And go for it.
Because me remember, I always wanted to be a daktari. And I used to be like, how is this thing going to be? And my big brother used to try and help me, you know, figure out maneno ya shule, where do you want to study? We tried some doors that didn't open. And now when I finally decided to now do psychology, I remember, but I was at war with the fact that I was going to do psychology. But in my head, I had told myself, I'm going to try it out. If it doesn't work, or if I don't like it within the first 2 semesters, I was going to do something else. And I remember when I was having that conversation with my mom, she was like, oh, usijali Pepe, fanya tu, sawa. 2 semesters.
Sawa, baby.
Yes, 2 semesters ikipita ka upendi, tuta change. And at that time, I know it looked like I was trying to be, or rather, probably from my brother's perspective, pengine alikuwa na feel na kwa kichwa ngumu, but I was not imagining. I had taken close to 5 years having not joined university, and then I go and do a course
that you don't
want,
that I don't, that I end up not liking. And when I was making that decision, it was very, very hard for me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was very, very hard for me because I was like, kama iktu I work, situene kwa the next one, you know. The logic part of Adelaide was like, I work, go to the next one. But I remember my brother and my mom were just like, just do this one. It's next to what you had wanted. Because we wanted to change the whole trajectory. I wanted to change everything. I wanted to do something totally different from any health.
Like what?
I wanted to do marketing.
Oh.
Marketing and advertising. Which...
that's totally different.
Which, bado I feel like, bado ninge thrive, but I am not... Let's just say I'm not sure how it would have gone. So... adulting is now here. You have to fight,
make decisions.
You have to make very hard decisions. You know, you're literally making your bed because you're going to lie
in it.
You know, hakuna mtu atakusaidia kulala hapo.
Man.
And then now I joined school. I remember when I joined school, I was very happy, but I was not prepared to, you know, go and speak up for yourself. Sometimes the finances are not there. You go to the registrars and to the finance. You have to... Now, us guys, it was emails. Writing emails. Thankfully, our school, if you write emails to that specific department, your financial aid, they used to write back. They used to be like, hello, Spencer, You know, come to the office, let's discuss. At least kulikuwa na hiyo response.
Back and forth.
And like, shule zingine zinata, shule niko na email. Shout out to Leicester. So us guys I used to write the emails and then they would respond, and then thankfully I had amazing lecturers, and then I ended up loving my course, you know. So I normally say thank you to God for my brother and my mom, because kama hawange insist
haungeifanya
marketing sale.
If you really want it, no one is going to push you. You have to push yourself. You have to say, hey, this is hard, but to end. And then it has reminded me of something that I saw. Sometimes just the fact, just because you're pursuing your passion doesn't mean you're going to enjoy the procedure or rather the process.
True.
You know,
it's true. It's true. Sometimes, down the line of passion, you're like,
Machozi.
This is not even it.
I know.
But it's actually it. It's just that this process is not as pretty as you thought it looks like.
It was, yeah.
And then I think another thing for me is adulting you have to show up. In tears.
Shake my hand.
Yeah. In happiness. My sister. In hunger or not. You have to show up. There's no one is going, no one, hii dunia si ya mama yako.
Yeah.
Si ya mama ya mtu.
There are many times I've had to show up when I'm at the verge of a breakdown.
I know.
And you have to
Yeah,
smile.
and you do.
And you have to keep that poise. And you have to interact with people. It is the hardest thing to
And
do.
for me, it's hard to show, like when I'm in such a position, it's usually so hard for me to be kind to others. So normally people are used to Adelaide being the bubbly, hi everyone, da, 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 laughing around with everyone. But now when I'm almost having a breakdown,
You can't
I want
fully
to-
hide it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to be quiet. I want to be silent. But now people will be like,
Yeah, you have a problem.
yeah, there's
Now,
a problem.
for me, I feel like now marriage and also being a mom has forced me to learn how to hide it. Let me give an example. Let's say I'm there with my baby. She's crying, she's throwing tantrums, she's screaming, nini. Nitafika mahali pia mimi nitajam. I'll want to snap, but I can't. Because how do you snap on a small
On a
child?
small child.
And even if you get to that point of snapping, it comes with a lot of guilt and shame. So you just have to learn to.
Why?
I know
You-
the hardest thing. Something else, Mimi and my husband, we've had our own issues in the house. Sasa nitatoka kwa nyumba nikuje maybe job kama nimefuria bonangu. You come, you do what your day, tuseme nakuja pa kurekodi podcast.
You have to, yeah.
I have to do the hi, welcome back to our channel, nini, you get.
And you've
And no
had
one
a
will
miserable-
know until there's fire in the house. So I feel like that marriage has forced me to enter into some territories, some areas that adulting that I was not even ready for, but I had to.
Yeah, you grow up. That's how you grow up.
I had to. I love what Kathy Kiuna says. She says, you get married at 19, today, you wake up tomorrow at 30. I feel like that is what happened to me.
You have to grow up.
By force, you have no choice.
Mine is not marriage 2017.
Is it what I think it is?
Adulting. And I remember at that time, I think I was going through a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Life was really kicking me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then, your time, I think at this point, going with how the personality and the boundaries, not boundaries, the personality and attachment styles that we were talking about the last video. I think we truly agree. I'm not an anxious, I'm avoidant. Denial. So for me, we truly agree. Or rather, I came to understand clearly again that mimi nakwanga an avoidant human being. So I don't know. When I was saying this, it said avoidance. Do what?
Disorganized.
Yeah, I think. That's it. I think that's me. Anyway, so for me, I don't deal immediately.
Okay.
Things will happen and happen and happen. I'll just shove it and shove it and shove it and keep moving on with life up until I can't keep on moving on with life. So I think in this point, 2017, that was a dark day.
I remember.
It
And
was
you
a
were
dark
period pia ndo tulikuwa
day.
tunaanza kujuana. So sometimes, though I understood, that's why CJ bring up, but sometimes I think nilikuwa najipata katikati ya your mess. So I'd get blows that are not even mine.
Is
I
it?
think, yes. Yes.
I don't think
From your attitude, you can really have an attitude.
I can.
Yes.
I
So
can.
those were the blows I was getting. Whereas it's because of some boys where, but I took them
Some
humbly.
boy.
I took them humbly.
That was part of it. He was not the sort. Nakwambia nililia kwa bridge.
Oh my
Niko
God.
here.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you went. My was going machozi. Sikuwa na believe na ilianza kwa matatu.
Alituambia, I remember.
In my life.
Oh my God.
Zile kwa mat. Yani niko tu kwa matatu niko. Alafu sasa unakuja unaomba fare na utatoa. As in life is moving on for everyone else. Me, I was crying. It was such a sad day. And I remember I went to see my aunt.
How old were you then?
I don't even know.
19?
I think. And then I'm going to the office, my aunt's office. She's not making any. In fact, I think she was what made me. She burst the balloon.
She said something stupid.
The balloon was the mess, and then now she took a needle and burst it. She just was handling me very, very, I don't want to say carelessly, but I'll use that.
Rough.
Yeah, she was so rough with me. niko natoka kwa ofisi yake nikijemba sio breathe nikafika kwa bridge nikaanza kulia nikaambia mtu
aniongeleeshe mmoja
nikaambia mtu aniongeleshe kwa ina hakuna babe ziko za mgive hakuna hata mtu alinishika hata kuniuliza madam.
So you didn't want
I did not want anyone to ask me what is wrong. I did not want anyone to look at me ati unaona vile hata ule mtu anaweza kuangalia na huruma ati wewe yeye. I did not have and I really wanted that. Jumtu angeniuliza hivyo ningemgonga na kiatu.
What had happened? Ama that is not for here.
Hata kumbuki.
Ilikuwa
kila mtu alitaka kujua.
Utawatch kwa YouTube.
What had happened is that it wasn't a what, it was a series of things. Like I've said, I used to be the person who would shove.
So you had bottles. You umefika a point where your mouth snapped.
Kibuyu imeja. And then the person who I thought would at least, she wasn't on the know of what I was going through at all. This was something totally outside of her jurisdiction in terms of us talking about our feelings and things like that. But there was school happening. I needed to get into school at that time. There was a very sad, sick situationship that I was in. There was just, my life was just a mess. And I didn't know what is what. So nakumbuka nilianza machozi kwa bridge, my sister. Nililia. Nikafika chini ya hiyo bridge. Nikajiambia acha nijishikilie nifike kwa shop. Nikapigia nduru huko. Wapi? Mwendo mbingu ni mimi. Hapa ni mimi tu huyo. Aki zilikuwa zinatoka as in me I don't think I've ever experienced something like that before. I couldn't control that. I think that's not the first time, but I felt so helpless in that time because I couldn't help myself. I can't stop crying. I can't take it. As in I can't. Most times I think for me, if I want to cry, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's
you
my
can
mind.
Yourself
my mind will
something.
just be like, I don't cry in front of people. There are people here, so it will shut. Like my feelings will just shut down automatically. Iyo siku. Hey. Niko nasema naweza katu hivi chini nianze kupiga nduru mnione kwa news. Nilishindwa kusimamisha machozi. That was I think one of the I felt so helpless because I couldn't help myself. Wow. So adulting has been a lot.
Hey, for me, something else that adulting has shown me is that friendships can end. They actually do end.
Wow.
One ended? Or a couple?
Yes. I think two.
Yule mwenye aliambia Magati, I don't think you're my friend.
There was that one. Ukumbuki ule tulifanya baby shower alafu naambiwa I don't think you're my friend.
Yeah.
So that one ended when we were in high school. We were those types of friends who made plans. A lifetime plans. We will go out, we will chase our dreams like this. Tutafungua hadi biashara, we will do what, nini. Actually 3 friendships. So 2 of them ndo tulikuwa close high school. Zika end. And zili end in a way. So one ni huyo aliongea tu shit, mi nikachoka, nikamblock. Then there was this one, the other 2, ilifika point I'm the only one who's reaching out. I'm the only one who's
putting
looking
in the
for them. Message, blue ticks.
When wale wa hey today,
I
tomorrow
know.
hello.
Hi.
Hey there.
And these were people I held dearly. A lot. Then one of them anakutafuta tu akitaka do akwenda kuhappy, you get? So I don't know. And then their lives took a different, as in what all these dreams we had didn't come to be. The other one, I think mimi nilimkosea. I don't know, hii ni kitu nilifikiria baadaye. But the fact that we don't talk at all right now is just sad. Later, at some point we met once. We had we really interacted well and all that. But after that, I think we went back to the cycle. It's just me reaching out. Mwishowe, I was like, you know what? It's fine. Acha tukae hivyo. So I think hapo ndo nilikam ku accept relationships do end.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've even thought about what if our friendship was to get there.
To end?
What if we were to grow out of each other?
Nasikia kusneeze. Imeenda.
Yeah, it made, so those experiences made me think, what if spio sioka utata and I grow out of each other, sasa nitakufa. You
For
get?
real, like I feel
it
like
made me think of
a
that.
good
when you
question.
grow up, you get to understand that enjoy what you can.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
Yeah.
You know, like today
Live
we
in
are
the
here.
now, yeah.
Let's enjoy each other.
Yeah,
If tomorrow it's not there, God forbid, but
Yeah.
we move.
So I came into terms with that.
Where?
That
That's a
relationships
deep
do
one,
end.
let me tell you. Hey, adulting is very
Yeah.
interesting. The scope is wide and deep.
Something else I have come to accept is also death.
Hey.
That's an interesting one.
That you can also lose people through death. And it's fine sometimes.
I'm not sure if it's fine, but I know, yeah. Hey.
Though I have not lost a close family member nini, but I have been in a space where I have lost someone who was known by someone I know. Does that make sense? And also I've seen people close to me losing their close ones.
Yeah.
So it made me think about those scenarios. What if it was me in that space? You know? And God forbid, but it has made me think of, what if I was to lose someone today through death?
So when you think, sorry, babe. So when you think about it, like, not what is the agenda, like what I'd like to understand your thoughts
Around
when
death.
you're thinking of death and you're thinking, what if it was you? I mean, what if someone close to you had died? So are you trying to understand how you would feel?
Yeah.
Are you
No,
trying to?
I'm just in the space of these things happen. They happen.
You're accepting
and-
that it can happen to you.
Exactly, yes.
Oh,
They
okay,
happen and
okay.
it can happen to me. I'm not special.
Ah,
Yes. And then you see, being a Christian and being so vibrant about the things of God, nini. I know
Does
that
not-
people can live eternally.
yeah.
And you can actually pray and people come back to life. But what
You know,
if you
Maggie,
pray and they
it's so
don't?
interesting that you brought out that aspect of death, because just as I was in the mat coming here, I was thinking about, because I saw two very nice cars that passed, and I was like, hey,
God.
God, as usual. And then I don't know, that thought just ilipita tu kwa akili yangu, that one thing that equalizes all of us is the fact that our mortal bodies
Can
one
stop.
day have
Yes.
to
to stop.
have to go down on the ground, or kama utachomwa, whatever. And when I thought about that, it made me think of what do I want to have accomplished. And that thing, Mimi,
It's sung.
it scares me, because you know, the fact that once you die, and I know many people can there are theories that try to say, oh, there's no afterlife, but me, I'm a Christian, and there is eternal life, you know. So and the Bible describes death as being promoted to the other life.
Yeah.
But even as we go into the other life, you're still going to give an account of this short life
That you did.
that you've lived.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether you are
Going through it.
or not, whether you are a mother, a father, the president, you know, everyone is going to give an account of that. If you lived to 40 years, if you lived to 10, everyone is going to. And hey, so when you just brought up that aspect of death, imeni.
Yeah. I've also thought about me if I was to die.
Yeah.
And every time I think about it, the only thing that comes to my head is one, I cannot die without achieving everything I have set my mind to. Such that I am so confident, as long as sija achieve A, B, C, I cannot die.
Yeah.
I can. I'm going where? How? You get? And also, kukufa na aibu no. Like there was this time I was in a loo, alafu mnakumbuka nyoka nimejifungia kwa choo and then there's a snake.
That was the ghetto.
Okay.
Oh my God.
My pants are already down. So tuko Joska ile choo ya nje and it's a pit latrine. My pants are down. When I'm now ready to do my business, I just see it was like a black panther.
You.
Mlango. Let me tell you, the only thing that made me survive was niliimagine kwa mazishi yangu
Wanasema uliuliwa na nyoka kwa choo.
nilikufa
No.
ati niliumwa na nyoka kwa
No.
choo. I was like no, and then the shame that umetolewa venye uko tu hivyo, your body is now being I was like no, I cannot go like this. And the other thing that keeps me is now my daughter. You know, because as a mom, you have the tendency to believe things cannot be perfect for that child unless you're there.
Yeah.
So I want to be there for her.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
This is enough of death.
Yeah.
Something else adulting has taught us. Ama tumefika mwisho.
No.
I think just in line with what we were talking about, I think adulting has shown me that you can't control everything.
Yo.
Oh, hey, tell me about it.
Mrs. Control.
Yeah, I know.
You can't. Yani, there's some. You can only do so much. You can't. You can. The only person that you have control over is yourself, and even sometimes, some responses and some reactions you can't control them.
Yeah,
You know, like
for
deep
me,
sadness, deep joy, deep. You know, some things you cannot.
people's behaviors, people's reactions. Like for me, I like order and schedule. If there's no order and schedule in my life, nasikianga ni kama I'm just a karat wondering about anyhow. Yeah, and I hate it. But now I've come to accept I will not always get schedule and order.
Yeah, that's a good realization. Yeah, for me it's just I can only do so much. I can only kuna patikifika
Unaachilia.
Someone else has to come and help, or someone else has to come and do, because I've realized that when I try to control things, especially just in my life, I get very, very, very worked up. Let me not say depressed, but I get so worked up. I'm like, oh my God, you know, this didn't happen, or this happened and I didn't want it to happen. And then it becomes a roller coaster of blaming and blaming and blaming. So when I realize that I don't have control over everything, I do my part and then I let the other things fall into place the way they're supposed to fall into place.
Something else is hard conversations.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Oh my God.
You cannot
You cannot
move past
hyper
them.
Yeah.
You have to confront it head on.
Yeah,
Tough.
when situations just pushes you to the wall where you have to confront it. I remember my first hard conversation was with you people. Tulikuwa nakumbuka mali shule ilikuwa kuna mali sasa ground floor tulikuwa tunaenda kukula chipo hapo hazina.
Yes.
Hapo. I remember before coming for that conversation, I researched, I prayed, I wrote notes. Mtu angefikira naenda kupeana presentation.
What are you going to talk about?
It was a matter of, you remember, it was a matter of separating my friends and the man I'm dating.
Okay.
The whole time my heart was just...
So you were researching on?
How to carry the conversation, what I can tell, what I should say, not say, how to say it, you get?
You have a problem with confrontation?
Yes, she
I
does.
do. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But when it comes... Okay, I don't like confrontations, but I appreciate solving things. Does that make sense?
It does.
Now, all of you are very inquisitive people, number one, and very strong personalities. So even before, if you've asked me the first question, by the hata before nimalize kufikiria, ingine ishakuja, na ingine, so I'm left there, I'm like, what now? So I have to prepare before having conversations with you people, and that was my first conversation with you people, and it was tough, but it went well. I think I overthought about it or something, but it went well na tukaelewana. But yes.
Wow.
Unakumbuka kuna day you were telling me something about, we talked before my marriage nini, and I went back home and I wrote notes and I wrote everything you had said nini, and then I came back to you. That's how I prepare. When I know I'm going to have a tough conversation with you people, so I had to learn how to
have conversations.
Exactly. Now at the end of it all, unatoka hapo ukifeel we are not enemies.
Yeah.
We are just sorting things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had conversations.
Well, I cannot say I'm different, but then I don't think I don't prepare. Like, it's not a tea. I take the measures that Maggie takes, but I would not. It's not something that I would pick first. I don't know if you're getting. Like, I would not easily, let's have a hard conversation, yay! You understand? But I think one thing I've had to understand as a grown-up is that if I want to have a relationship in my life, I need to be ready to put in the work. So I don't like the hard conversation, but let's do it. I get where you're coming from, you get where I'm coming from. We solve whatever it is was roughed out in our relationship, and then we move forward.
And question, is that a personality thing? Because nimekumbuka another incident. Kuna time nilikuwa TOT. I don't know what had happened between me and you. I don't remember. Me and you. I don't remember. But you had talked to Tata. Naye Tata kabla yake siri umemwambia, akakuja akanipata akaniuliza, Speo amekupigia simu? Nikasema akafanya sawa. Venye alifanya hivyo, let me tell you, I was sweating from every skin fold in my body.
What had happened?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember. Alafu later ndo sasa nikafuata Tata akaniambia ni sawa tu, Spencer amesema anakuja muongee after service. Let me tell you.
I feel like I remember this day, but I don't remember context sina.
Hata me don't remember what happened. Let me tell you, the whole time in the service nilikuwa nasikia tu speakers zikifanya
Wow.
Cause sikuwa najua utakuja useme nini, utaniuliza maswali gani. Cause kwa maswali, I hate that part of conversations. Cause you see,
why do you think so?
Because you see we are ladies, so I have to choose my words carefully, or I will be nitachukuliwa out. Yes, itakuwa misinterpreted, nitachukuliwa out of context, or I might end up saying, because again I'm a lady, I talk a lot. I express my emotions. I might say things maybe I was not ready to also talk about pia. So I was like, nitaulizwa nini? Na sispeyo akaetu hiyo kanisa yao tuona neta hii wiki. Lazima akuje hadi huku, as in the whole time speakers it was nifanya tu. Hadi nikatoka nikaka the other side kwa overflow. And then
Wow. You're anxiously attached.
Yeah. Then that is deep.
Yeah, deep.
Well,
yeah, so
I could preach.
so I don't mind the hard conversations, but the before part of it is always hard for me. In fact, when you were walking into that church, I felt like it was a giant walking towards me.
Wow.
It was so
So
hard.
I actually came.
You
did.
came. You came,
To
my
talk to Maggie. Mama confrontation.
You did.
You came, and you look at someone, you and Sioko, you look at someone in the eye and you don't blink, and then Tata, what Tata does, she won't look at you like that, but she'll be like, look at me. I don't like that, but I do it anyway, but I don't like it.
Well,
I think for me, when it comes to confrontations and having hard conversations, I don't pace a lot about them. Or rather,
It comes very easy for you.
it doesn't come easy.
easy.
Nothing hard comes easy. If it's hard, it's hard.
So it's also hard for you.
Yes, but it just has to be done.
Okay.
Maybe I
Yeah,
just
pumua tu.
Nitapumua. And plus najua,
Alapashwa.
just like the way we said in the previous episode, kama this is when Steve amesema, if this is someone you want to be in your life, you'd better have this conversation sahi iishe.
Tukosane for 2 weeks.
Tukosane for 2 weeks.
Turudiane.
Kama now the conversations that we're having is ulikuwa unaenda unaandika notes.
Hey,
Those conversations
sijawahi.
are very hard for me.
Yes.
Those conversations are very hard for me because we were talking about your life, your life partner,
And you have to put it properly because you also don't want to be misinterpreted.
Yes.
Now, hapo kwa how we put it, I think now that is where our difference in strong personality level comes in. I think mine is way lesser than you people. Because Mimi, for real, I think kuna a difference of... Because if I was to approach either of you, I'd be like, sasa, unaona hivi and this, unaonaje?
Mimi sipendangi sasa kupelekwa hivyo.
Sasa,
Ati nilikuwa naona.
ati my dear.
I know.
Yes, sasa hiyo ndo mimi natakanga because I feel like it eases the tension. It just makes things easy.
For me, I'm
For
like,
you people,
unanipima
now that is what
Yeah.
makes it hard for me. That's why I was sweating like that, because I know Spio will just come and she'll be like, probably hautasalimiwa.
Hakuna hey. But Speo now, the thing is, it will be less emojis.
It will be
Taka
direct
hey.
to the point.
That's true.
Now that makes things hard for me.
That is so true.
Hata kujapo morning dear. I guess my lile. Akina nangu mimi sasa hiyo na feeling.
Kama juzi sio kama ni text. Just let me tell you
I texted her in the way she would receive it. Yeah, that's what you do.
No. Okay, I felt like ni kama naitwa PTA ama boardroom meeting or something.
Oh my God, where is my phone?
You know why? Normally, you don't talk to me like that.
Because I've understood that's how you want to be talked to. Ningekuwa normally Spencer, ningeomba brother,
Form.
kuna hisi hivi na hivi and this needs to be
So
fixed.
God,
Simple.
I hope
I
hope you and yours are fine. Nilisoma hiyo message mara 5.
You and yours. Overdo.
I hope you and yours are fine. So you'd like us to talk so that we should for us to move forward. Hey, niko na hii imetolewa mbali, imetolewa sijui.
What you appreciate.
Sasa hope uko poa.
Now that's fine.
Serious, that's what you appreciate.
You and yours.
What shida yako sasa English ilikuwa nini?
Ili sound kama umeniandikia email.
But that's what you appreciate me taking the effort. Nini. As in, let me tell you, kwanza that for me today, I was like, sasa.
Because you and yours ilishtu. Hadi nikamwambia, nilikwambia nini?
Hey, exclamation.
Sasa akakuwa wewe.
I'll let you know, yeah.
But for these are difficult conversations. It's not easy, but you just have, and whether you're married, whether it's in a friendship, whether ni corporate, hata kwa mat, mama ikatungu poa. Alone he come, some lady wants to sit the way she wants. Akama tu, hii magoti yako iko. Sasa she's supporting her
line
on you.
She's supporting her knee on my.
you.
I'm like, mom.
You have your own tax in to like.
Yes, nikiona hapa pia siwezi, nashuka.
For real.
So those difficult you just have to that's is a very big part of adulting. You have to have those
hard
difficult conversations even with yourself. And I've just read a quote that has said, sometimes it's not the answers that matter but the questions. There's some questions you have to ask yourself. And the fact that you don't have answers to those questions should leave you even asking yourself more questions about why you don't have answers to those questions. And kaa tu chini na nikunetangaje tuko tunapelekwa pale kwa quadrangle. Tukiwa high school tukipelekwa kwa code.
Kufanya
punishment. Go and reflect
about your life. Yeah.
And you actually
Sasa
go there and
ile-
think about your life.
Not really.
You just go there and just
70% of the time you are hiding so that you see what the True.
Yes.
but you have to reflect. By the adulting, if you don't
There's a lot of reflections going around.
if you don't reflect about your life, upon your life, whatever, message you how you're doing.
And also working on yourself. Self-improvement.
Like here, in adulting, you have no choice. Like you have
Ni
no
wewe,
choice. Your life is in your hands.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. As much as it is in the laws,
Yeah.
it's on you.
It's
God
on
is
you.
waiting on you. That is
Like
so
I
true.
remember the first time I was doing content management for someone, nilikuwa nauliza unajua inasema najua.
Now, Jui,
Nauliza nini?
Unaanza
I learned.
ku-YouTube.
I learned. Right now I
Like,
can
that
even
is my
approach
2023.
someone and be like, and they can actually consult with me and I have an idea of what is happening. Guy, nakumbuka hiyo job ilikuwa inani stress.
Yes,
Nimesema
stress.
nimejua nikikaa hapo na machine ni mimi tu na Mungu wangu.
Aki.
And then you are able to hack it.
You have to.
So you have to
You have no
believe in
choice.
yourself.
Yeah.
You have to.
I feel like that is my
You have to hack it.
2023.
Ukiitwa
But I'm so
meeting-
proud of myself, really. It comes, it's hard, but really, I sleep properly. I'm like, what? Sika kama hiyo liweza.
I know.
Who
At least
had
I
know.
woke me? There's a conversation that was going on in my office jana. Ili ni shock. So, there's this driver, sasa wa kampuni, alikuja akatuambia, I don't even know how it started. I can't remember I can't trace it to how it started. But he was saying, he doesn't remember marrying his wife.
Oh my God.
What?
I was like, hold on
What
a
did
minute.
he mean by
to,
that?
to pay glucose to land
Like she
because
just came,
it's
mama?
becoming ugly. No, when they were dating, and this is when the baby was like 20.
This is so sad.
This is like the
I
baby
feel
was
so
like,
bad.
I'm starting to believe what, not even, I agree with what Benjamin Zulu says. Before 25, don't date.
this
be
babe
you.
was 20, and they were young. I think hata wajachana sana. I think he was 25. Wajachana sana, or 24, thereabout. So she slept over the previous night, and then the next day the guy was like akampatia funguo akamwambia, so when you're done with
hivyo ndo
when you're done
hakuendanga.
ndio hii funguo funga alafu iweke hapa.
Hivyo ndo akakuwa
Anangojanga
mwenyeji.
arudishiwe funguo. 2 kids later.
Oh my
2
God.
kids
Is
later.
one is done with college. And the other one is doing high school. She's in form 3.
So was he saying that out of regret?
I don't know. Because when he said it, nakwambia tulikuwa tunakotwa chini ya meza.
That is so bad. Oh my God, you guys.
And for me, it wasn't laughing. Ha ha ha. This is so fun. It was like, where
Disbelief.
the earth is
I know.
wild. It is cold in this
Alafu hapo
street.
msichana maybe ana jicho chapo venye alimanage kuingiza mtu box. And someone is
Ati
living
hadi
his
leo
own life.
anangoja mimi hiyo statement ya hadi leo anangoja
Funguo
rudishiwe funguo.
irudi.
I was done.
Na
I
mtoto
was
ako
like,
college.
let's wrap it up, Lord. The mankind has just, it's over.
Mwenye uko na yeye hayuko na wewe.
I know, it's so sad. It's very sad. Guy. Na sio labda the girl is advising other people, hapo usipojituma
Acha nikwambie
hautaolewa.
nilitoka hapo kama nimeintercede. Nimejambia Mungu wangu nionee huruma. Because the line between, in adulting, the line between it can never be me and it can be very
it is
useful.
very
thin.
Is blurry. It's not
The
a
moment,
thing
the moment you
anymore.
finish universe. Guy.
Then
my God.
Imagine, I was so shocked.
Ngoja kurudishiwa kifungu.
Na mtoto wako college.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? So they've been together all this while. This is like 20
And then I'm
something
just
years.
thinking, and now when that person huyo mwenye amemaliza college, when atataka ku get married, ndo sasa babake atakumbuka, by this kupeleka mahari, tupeleke mahari ya maze.
I know.
You know
I
those
know.
things.
Mm.
That is if
I
they
had
do the
that
right thing.
stress during my
Yeah.
time. It was
No, but I think I'm not sure if he finished, because I remember him mentioning now that by the time he was going to see the father, was it the parents of the babe? She was already pregnant.
Okay.
You get?
So at least there was some formal communication that I'm taking.
Yeah. I was like, this is sick.
I think for adulting, where you are done with you are making your bed to lie.
To lie on it.
Yeah.
I feel like God would have made the world to be in that. Inaweza simama tulambe glucose kwanza. Atupepe tutambe woi. Mrudi
I
sasa.
also wish for those
Cause
people,
no,
but-
it is ugly. It is ugly in
But
the
if
streets.
God was to give us that kapos ulambe glucose, some of us will
Tunabaki
never
hapo
leave
hapo.
that pose.
I feel like that's
Utabaki hapo milele. Hata mimi yani never leave. Unakatwa hapo kilamba glucose.
haijatosha. True.
Oh my gosh. Please guys, hapo kwa comments tuambieni what adulting has shown you.
In short, I think adulting it's not what you make it. Me, I don't believe in that. Because sometimes life is dishy. Life is really dishy.
Oh yeah.
It's what you do with what comes, Mama.
I don't even know how to say it. Honestly, like I think I've said it so many times
What
now.
I think what you're trying to
Doing
do is
life
trust
without
God.
Trust God. Yes.
because you can die. For real, you can faint in these
Yeah.
streets.
Anyway, so just trust God. But
Trust and
you know,
Hatujapaguza machozi
I didn't
yote.
want to preach, but when Jesus was dying and he was talking to his disciples, he said, "It is good that I go, because when I go, I will send you a helper
Yeah.
called the Holy Spirit, who will show you my will." Guy, I don't understand how people do life without Jesus.
Exactly.
Like-
it doesn't make sense.
Unaamka unaenda tu na siku yako.
Hey!
You don't even think about God. In fact, because of the ones who say that there's no God, I think that's a separate video.
Yeah.
But for us, our viewers, I think all of us are born again Christians, and we believe in a God who loves us and who supports us through this adulting, through the ups and downs of adulting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pia wewe, you can receive Christ.
So as we finish, what is that one thing that has made adulting easy for you?
For me, I would say how God finds me in every season. I think now in my current season, one verse that God has brought to light for me, that Tata used to keep on saying this thing, but mimi it was a verse, but it wasn't speaking to me as Tiffany Siokao. She used to say this, there's this verse in, it's Proverbs 29, verse 1, that the hearts of kings are in God's hands, and like the waters, he sways them to the direction that pleases him. She used to say this a lot in conversations that we'd have, and it never was giving me comfort at all. But then lately, actually very recently, I just read it and it felt so deep and new for me. Like it I would say now in this season that I'm in life, that's my anchor. Yeah, so I feel like in my life, in every season that I'm going through, God would highlight something that would either get me out of the gutters or shed light in that gutter, and I'm able to understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think for me, and I've just been thinking about it, it's that verse that says that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Guy, that verse gives me so much peace, because it makes me, when I look back, every mistake that I have made, even me going to high school and joking around and getting the grades that I got, and doing the course that I did, nothing takes God by surprise.
Yeah.
And even the things that I think are mistakes are not mistakes to him. They're one stone building upon another to make a beautiful palace for me.
Yeah.
So that's what has been keeping me going.
For me, the one thing that made adulting easy was relationships. Being around people, because growing up I was not given the chance to be around people. So the moment I was experiencing that, it made things easier, that ningetoka class and kuja kwa shop na tukayapona spia, alafu sasa ndo niende home tusa tupambane na stress. You feel like umecharge
Moment
battery.
of sanity.
Yes. Currently what is keeping me is something Spirit told me, that God is a just God.
Yeah.
So if things go right, God is still just.
Yeah.
They have to work out for me. If things go left, God is still just.
Yeah.
So that is what is keeping me now. Yes.
Wow. Beautiful.
Unapenda kwanga deep, guys.
Hey.
Japata degree for nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was a nice discussion. I love the discussions, the direction our topics are taking now. Unaona tumegrow, but then we need to do a comparison with our first episode. And now
miaka ili uniona narudisha kwa jina la Yesu.
Yes, we're no longer children. Yes, I love the topics we are handling right now. So thank you so much for tuning in.
And if you guys have anything that you'd want us to,
oh yes,
talk about, feel free.
Please
Like,
tell us.
text us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, hapo kwa comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, let's get the conversation going.
Yes. So I think until next time. Now, but we have other hot topics lined for you. So please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe. Nimeanza tena.
Nimechekelea mikono
To
zangu.
be serious, lazima mcheke.
Nimechekelea mikono zangu.
Hapana, mimi
Let me tell you.
nimeona tu akifanya
Let me tell you. Next time mkikuja mtapata nimeset kiti moja huko, ingine hapa na ingine huko. Tuone kenye mtafanya.
Acha nikwambie.
Moja sisi tumefika tele.